Okay, here we go. Sorry, I had this planned an hour ago, but it's finally fixed it. So basically, what today we're going to go over is the um, introduction that Light Tajari Bey does, where she makes up all these outrageous um, claims and stuff like that. So let's get over and let's listen to her intro. Her intro.
Peace and grand rising to the sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine.
Okay, she said original and aboriginal. Okay, so throughout history, I could not find anything where Moors are aboriginal to this country, and I'll show you. We'll explain a little bit more as I go.
Airs today is January the 26th, 1442 on the ancient moon calendar, 1443 on the ancient sun calendar, 2023 on the Greco-Roman calendar. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign living ancient, Article 3. Moorish American Al-Moroccan Universal Court Action.
Okay, when I just watched a video earlier today, and the Moroccan consular court was taken away or finished in the 1950s there, Pauline. So they don't exist anymore. And what is up with your using your regular English now instead of your bogus ancient English that you were using?
We are the Sovereign Living Justice. I am Sovereign Living Justice Pauline Denise Ritchie. My free chosen sovereign appellation is Light Tajari Bey. All are in capitis diminution nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. All Moors
None of that makes sense there, Pauline.
are the original indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Al-Moroccan, Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet.
Okay, so you're descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet, but you're aboriginal to this land. Let's just take a look here, and so let's just take a look here, Pauline. So you said you're descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet. So let's go over. Let's take a look at the great pharaohs. Let's look at Kemet, and here we go here for a second. So where is it? Here we go. So let's take a look at this. Early Kemet. Okay, let's just take a quick look at this. Kemet was also known as ancient Egypt and was located mostly in the same area as modern day Egypt. So I'm not going to read through all this, but it's quite amazing. So, Pauline, my question for you: you say you're Aboriginal, so that means you're Aboriginal to the United States of America. But again, how can you be descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet if Kemet is in Egypt, which is in Africa? So, riddle me this, or riddle me that, there, Pauline. I'm sorry. So, um, so let's move on to a little bit more of what she's talking about. Okay, let me get back over and let's play some more. Okay, so the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Okay, let's take a look at that, Pauline. Let's see if you're related to them or descendants of them and stuff like that. So here we go. We're also I'm also broadcasting on Facebook Live at the same time and my Instagram. My Facebook is Swindle Hoodwinked, and My Instagram is More Truth, More Lies. So if you want to find me on there, I have other stuff posted on there. So let's take a look at the something else here with them. We'll start with the Moabites. So hold on a minute here. And okay, let's share this first. Okay. So you can read all this. You can actually Google this, read it all for yourself. And um, I was reading something else. The Moabites don't exist. They haven't existed in quite a long time. So I forgot where I read that, but it's um, so supposedly they don't exist anymore, just like the Moors that they claim to be. So let's switch over to something else here. We'll share you again on the Moabites. And let's get the Chrome up here. And where is it? Right here. And welcome everybody for coming in. So, who are the Moabites? I mean, there's a bunch of pictures up here. Pauline, they don't have the same skin color as you, so I'm kind of confused on how you can be a Moabite, uh, Canaanite, and descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet. I'm very confused here, Pauline, and being an Aboriginal to the United States of America again. Come on, Pauline, think up here. So let's take a look at the Canaanites now. So let's get to this. Boom. And we'll go to the Canaanites. So here we go on this. Share. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. You can all Google this and read up on it and check out all of this. So, so let's take a look at or who are or what they look like. So let me switch back over here. Boom, boom, and oops, that's not it. Where'd it go? And hmm, let's see. Let's see. We got some stuff here. So, I mean, Pauline, what's going on here? Canaanites here. Um, we've got a problem, Pauline. I just proved that you're not Canaanite. I just proved that you're not Moabite. And I just proved that you're not descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet. I mean, it was easy to solve once you said that you're Aboriginal. So let's go back to um, let's go back to what she said. Let's get over back over to YouTube and sorry, we're gonna have to listen to this again. So the red ink stuff. Virgo Triad debunked that and basically explained what that all is, and she Pauline has no frigging clue what exactly it means, and she probably doesn't know what half this stuff. Um, I think that's in Latin. I'll be going over videos and stuff like that of the words that she's using here. The original indigenous. We just showed that. Guess what, Pauline? You're not the Moabites and whoops. Okay, so you live in Federal Way, Washington. How is that Morocco? Morocco is over on the other side of the world in Northwest Africa. So how can Federal Way, Washington be Morocco? The de jure Moorish American federal government. Who is your leader? Is it Tajari Bey, or is it uh, Kush Day, or is it Azir Duka Tears? And or who is it? Ancient Washington, District 4, Columbia. You just love making stuff up. So you're a consulate too. So what country funds your consulate? It's not Morocco. There's no consulate, Moroccan consulate in. I don't think there's one in Washington State. I know there's one in New York City and in Washington D.C., but I highly doubt there's one in Washington State. Okay, then she goes into um, having um, what is it? Basically, it's the redemption movement and stuff like that that she's going over and stuff like that. So it's some crazy stuff what she's doing. Uh, I can't believe that she's not in jail. Last time we knew it, she got arrested for trespassing to try to take over a building there in Federal Way, Washington, a couple of years ago, and um, she has she never went back to court. So there was three warrants out for her arrest, and I don't know if those warrants are still valid or anything like that. And but she never took over the building. She's if you watch her videos, there's everything she brings up. She fails at, but she tells her followers to um, do this stuff. Uh, if you Google Valerie Barker Bay, she's in jail for listening to Pauline. If you Google Marcel Maddox Bay, he's been in and out of jail for listening to her. And I mean, the list goes on and on. And some of her um, lists of failures is one is the federal or is the First Avenue um, property, which she said she took over, which she did not. She did some bogus documents for what is it to try to get a $90,000 Range Rover or Land Rover or whatever it is. She tried making the fake money and stuff like that and spreading it around. She made her own bogus credit card. Now she's making up these coupons for free dinner at Red Lobster with a 33% tip involved and stuff like that. So, I mean, the list of her lies keeps going and going and going. And these people are listening to her, and they're losing their children, they're losing their jobs, they're losing their homes, and going to jail by listening to this woman. But when we go into her calls, these people that are in there totally believe what's going on and stuff like that. So it's crazy. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Oh, I guess you can hear me. Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
What's up?
What are you doing?
Just
curious.
just talking about Light Tajari Bey, the Moorish cult leader, who in her the lies that she spreads.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I created a server on Discord. I got 2.
Yeah, I'm on one of them.
Yeah, which one are you on?
I don't even remember. I'll have to look sometime.
I'll DM you another server.
Yeah. Okay. So, back to the story of Light Tajari Bey. Her parents, her father was a bishop minister in Alabama, and oops. Okay, who do we got here? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Swindle?
Hey, how's it hanging?
What's up?
What's up, Andy?
What's up, AJ? What's
Good.
up, AJ? Hey, you know,
Actually, I'm at work right now, so it's like another day, another dollar, I guess. Who I just saw the stream. Who you talking about?
Cult leader Light Tajari Bey, the Moorish judge.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
I've been watching True Science videos about, what is it, King Abdullah Bey?
Yes.
Doing her what is it? Stepping in for her in court. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
It's I don't get it. That is like the weirdest. Well, I've actually watched only 2 of her videos, and I'm like, I can't watch this no more.
Oh, we've got a crew that goes in and crashes her calls on Thursdays and Sundays.
Wait. So hold on. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to understand. How are they doing this? And they've got court cases up the wazoo.
Somehow they're getting away with all of this.
I
mean, I don't understand.
Well, it could be that they're giving these people freedom of speech, which is law, but they're starting to crack down not on the freedom of speech, but they're starting to crack down on a lot of this sovereign citizen lines. It's like I was explaining to my father last night, because when I got home, he was watching something while I was cooking, and I was like, "Pop, what you watching?" And he was showing me the old videos from 2009 when a judge had some more dude in court and he had to explain jurisdiction, and he read the articles, and I've had to explain to my pops. I said, "Hold on, Pop. Some of these they forge and type up themselves, and back then, because nobody was really paying attention to sovereign citizens like that, they was getting away with a lot of crap." And I had to explain to him, because we've also watched when Natalie, lawyer chick, shout out to Natalie,
yes,
broke down the Darrell Brooks case. He's just dudes like that, and Light Tajari Bey and King Abdullah Bey stepping in as her fake lawyer. They're just prolonging the process of what they know is coming. You're going to go to prison.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, AJ.
No, go ahead. Yes, sir.
Had you checked out one of my Discord servers?
You said check out what's up?
Have you checked out one of my Discord servers?
Not yet. I've been really busy lately. But when I get a chance, I will swing by and check those out. Oh, by the way, man, two of your buddies, they just subscribed to my channel, man. Thanks a lot for sending them. I forget their names because I literally just saw it. I don't know Turkey Tom, but it was two of them. They said that you sent them to my channel.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, some of them are European white boys, and they have Moors over there in their homelands in Europe.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
hated over there. So they're even hated over there more than over here. But
of course.
I know this one kid. What?
No, I said of course.
Yeah,
have you seen they actually have festivals? And I used to be like, oh man, that's wrong, but now I don't even pay attention to it. They have festivals where they do like blackface and put the feds on. Now at first I'm just like, oh wow, but now these days I'm just like, whatever.
Hey
Whatever.
AJ, can you see the screen?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. This is on
ideology, targets, and tactics. Okay.
This is on the New Jersey Homeland Security, and they have labeled them as domestic terrorists.
Of course, if you're not aware, not long before Jamal, and I have to get back to him too. Speaking of that, not long before the Massachusetts standoff, that one Moor and his Moorish buddies broke into that sister's house in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And it took them forever to deal with that, but when like one of the top sergeants in charge saw what was going on, he immediately looked at something, I believe what you just showed here, and that's when he made the call. No, we got to get these dudes out the house. They're labeled as terrorists on the FBI list. And that's when he had the SWAT team come in and drag those Moors out of her house.
So if you notice right here in the Moorish sovereign citizens, it says engage in criminal activity, including creating and selling fraudulent identifications, committing financial fraud, occupying abandoned houses illegally, and filing false liens against public officials.
Yes. I was explaining that to my father last night. Like I said, I live with my brother, but we take care of our pop because he's on dialysis. I had actually shown him a video where the Moors sometimes slip through the cracks because they actually bring falsified documentation to an actual what's the name of it? The people that give the stamp of approval.
Yeah. And
they actually legalize it without them realizing that it was fraudulent. Now, when one of these Moors did this to this couple in I forget where it is, but it was in the tri-state area around here. I wouldn't say necessarily in Delaware, but it could have been. Who knows? But the lady, she basically didn't look over it, and she didn't really thoroughly inspect it. So she just gave those two Moors the stamp of approval, and they just invaded somebody's house.
Yeah.
And my dad was just like shocked. I was like, Pop, that's how some of them slip through the cracks, because people are not paying attention to this.
Hey AJ, welcome Afro Samurai. He's in the chat.
Afro Samurai?
Yeah.
What's going on? Is he a good dude or is he?
He's a moron.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah. He comes in and
no patience.
Yeah, he comes in and I try to get him on the live feed, but he's just he's a big baby, or her.
Well,
I'm gonna send you guys a link to my Discord servers, but I'm gonna hop on my phone because there's more active on there.
Okay, have a good one.
Have a good day, man.
No, but I'm gonna come back. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. But I was but yes, when I had to discuss this with my pops, man, I had to break it down to him. I said, Dad, they're claiming a jurisdiction that does not exist. It's just like when you all saw my new video I put out, what was it, a few days ago? Iranistan. I was like, wait, what? Why is something bothering me about Iranistan?
Yeah.
And I researched it, and Iranistan is just a neo-Moorish culture-like thing that of a palace that they built in, what was it, Connecticut? I think it is. That's what it is. It is not the original name. It even says it on the information, not to be confused with modern-day Iran.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what's crazy is Jamal lives in Providence, Rhode Island, and I was in Providence, Rhode Island right before the COVID outbreak.
Yes,
and Jamal would state that there's a lot of people wearing fezzes and stuff like that. Never saw a single fez.
Well, that's because a lot of the times the Moors are really, really around the tri-state area. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of them in Philly. And like you said, when you showed me this here in the New Jersey, it's a lot of them in Jersey.
Yeah.
And remember, like I told you, the House of Reawakening Minds that Taj likes to do a lot of his sermons were, it's right here in Northside. I'm not in Northside. I'm on the other side of Wilmington. We call it in town. But Northside, if you take a certain road from here, you go right to Northside. And that's where the House of Reawakening Minds is. Like I told you, I've been to one sermon. I said I can't come back here. This is crazy.
Yeah. And the House of Reawakening Minds has a number of different entities involved in that. I'll have to show that someday.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please. I sat through one. I can't sit through another one.
No, like there's different people using it for different things.
Of course. I literally watched it in person. I'm just sitting there like, wow, this is madness. Well, the thing is, this is what, like I said, let's circle back to Jamal Light Tajari Bey. Lamont Bentley, I think. Not Bentley, Lamont, that Moor that just got arrested.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he actually, one of the videos I was showing my dad, right? Last night, I was showing him this because he couldn't believe the Moors just do stuff like this. I said, Pop, look, that's the same dude. That's Lamont. And that was one of the charges he had. So when the reason why the cops just threw him down and everybody's like, oh, that's wrong. No, you didn't check that dude's history. He has a history of pulling crap like this. And to see Jamal, the sad part is, if you watch True Science videos, even before Massachusetts, Jamal got locked up before on that same stuff.
You are correct.
The cops bust his window. He refused to leave the car, so the cops bust his window and arrested him. And now he got arrested for the Massachusetts thing, the standoff, and now he's back. He's right back to doing the same old stuff.
Yep. All right.
I'm just like, are y'all waiting for the 3-strike thing to happen? Are you really waiting for it to happen?
They don't care. I mean, it's.
Well, let's talk racial things for a second. Biden and Harris is the ones that instated that 3 strikes you're out for African Americans. That's for us. So it's like, if you keep committing major crimes like this, your 3rd strike, you're done, you fool. You just got out again. Why would you go back to the same stuff that locked you up in the first place? Are you not, you know what I mean? It's like, are you not learning? Like, come on, man. Are you not getting it through your thick head that you got another chance? Drop this crap. It's not working.
Yep. But and they just continue to keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
But yeah, I mean, but let's get back to Light Tajari Bey. I've seen some reaction short from True Science. And Truth is right. Before she got on this stuff, she was on that Native American stuff, blah blah blah. But I remember Truth saying she was pretty. She had her hair done. She talked more kindly. I'm like, yeah, she looked kind of good. Then she got on more science, and I'm like, what, the French toast?
Yeah, there's something. She got medically released from jail, so we don't know exactly what is going on with her. But I have noticed since when she first started doing videos till now, she's chunked up pretty good, and her eyebrows, she doesn't have a lot of hair on her eyebrows anymore. There's just, you could see just a little bit. So I think she may have cancer or something like that. There's something medically wrong with her.
It's stress, man. I've realized it. A lot of people don't know it. Stress will kill you quicker than a bullet. Unfortunately, it's true because I suffer from stress. And I've got gray hair, and I'm not even 32 yet. I turned 32 in March. I got gray hair. My hair sometimes falls out. It starts growing back. Then I stress again. Then it falls out again. Like I said, I got gray hair. How am I 30? About to be 32, and I have gray hair, and my dad has none. My dad's 56 with diabetes on dialysis. That makes no sense.
My brother had gray hair at 18.
Exactly, but it's stress, man. Hold on a second. You good?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for getting here so quick.
No problem. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're still hearing you. So I'm going to show something else here. This is a page
back to the patrol vehicle.
What are you patrolling?
Yeah. I'm good. It's almost end of my shift anyway, so.
There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, so I mean, that's more science is stressful, man. It's a stressful thing, and it's like y'all going through all this nonsense, and this nonsense based off of a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
Because. Well, it's like now I've researched Hindustan, and oh shit, it's damn, it's 9:30. Oh shit, my shift's pretty much over. I'm ready to turn my paperwork in. Yeah. But it's like Hindustan, it's like, come on, like okay, I'm researching more into that, but the Iranistan, come on, I researched that like I said, the meaning of the name, and they're picking stuff up from like the Conan the Barbarian crap. Which I love the Conan series, but it's based off the Hyborian thing, and it's like, come on, man. Even white, and y'all, it's written by white folks, but even white folks themselves that did deeper research knows that comes from Madame Blavatsky, and her and a lot of those doctoral dudes that wrote that stuff back in the day told lies. White people themselves have even busted it and said that is such false implementation of history. It's not real. There's no such thing as in the stand, in Indian stand or Iranistan or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. It's the only such thing of it is that historical. It's now a museum, I think, but it's the Moorish neo-Moorish palace they made in Connecticut, and they literally go by that because of what Noble Drew Ali created.
Exactly.
And they also think a Maxim is real.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Sean, what's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I think sometimes they be saying the allodio and things like that. I'm like, why does it sound like you're mixing the word allodia with that? Because the only allodio or allodia that I know is the kingdom of Allodia.
Right.
And I'm like, what the heck? It makes no sense. After a while, you just start listening. You're just like, wait a minute, hold up. Why does this stuff sound so made up? Because
you should. I've been listening to different Aboriginal people while I'm working. I found some new ones. The amount of false information that they have is incredible. And they want you to hit up their Cash App so they can send out more false information.
That's how you know you're being scammed right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that community post I put out this morning of the international royal tribal card that's only good for 1 year.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wait,
no, no. And we don't have Chinese on our cards either. I don't.
Yeah.
That don't even.
Wow.
Well,
It's crazy.
what they're still stuck on nonsense. Okay, it's like I decided to start looking up the genetic structure of Native Americans, and their structure. They keep saying it's Siberian and things like. Okay, we'll give you that, but here's my thing: how would you know that if you don't study DNA? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're hypocritical on pretty much everything they say, because then they argue about child support and you got to prove DNA, and well, wait, you don't believe in it? Stop.
And another thing is they also talk about roots. I discovered that when I did my 2-hour video where I was on that rant and rage about our culture, I didn't spot something. It was about the dude that tried to use that roots BS. I said, hold up a second. Y'all spend you indigenous aboriginals spent so much time saying roots was fake. All of a sudden now you using it to wordplay and justify your cause. I thought you said it was fake. Now you using roots.
That's because it was used against them so many times, and they lost the debate every time with that. So now they're going to try to integrate it with their new script.
Right. Like I was just also disgusting too. They're talking about religion and things like that. I was talking with a friend about this. I was listening to Dr. John Henry Clark. Certain religions that we do, they also use that to their benefit. It's like, no. A lot of our people, when we had customs and culture, like a lot of it ended up becoming voodoo, with Christianity being mixed in with African traditional beliefs. Other people that did the same thing created things like African Zionism. Our form of Christianity is not the same. That's why they say Dr. John Henry Clark said, don't abandon all of it. Just use, if it's to be, if you want it, you can still be it, like Christian or Muslim, but make it your own so you can get yourself out of a situation. But people like that have taken, like Moors and indigenous have taken it and just flip-flopped it to mean something that is really not for the benefit of our people. In fact, you use it to benefit yourself in an unjustly way and at the expense of other peoples that have suffered.
Oh, yeah, and there's still places in New Orleans and Louisiana that, man, that goes back with the recipes from the slaves in Africa. They still serve those dishes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, hold on. It's like we was discussing not too long ago on Chada's channel. The last time I really looked up the Clotilda,
yeah,
they had it's on the internet. They actually have a picture of the wreckage. I'm like, that's the wreckage. Like how I seen on some videos, but I was shocked to discover that picture that I seen was from 1914. I'm like, hold up, wait a second. 1963 or 65? 75, 85, 95, 1905. That's basically 49 years after the ship sunk is when that picture was taken. So how can you deny it?
Yeah.
That picture was taken 40 of that slave ship wreckage was taken 49 years after it was destroyed. And you're still denying it?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It's just sad. And with Pauline, like Swindle's presenting today.
Yes.
Pauline Light Tajari is so off anymore. She's lost what do you say, Swindle? About 75% of her audience?
Yeah, she was close. She was pushing close to like 300 per calls, and now she's lucky to get 50.
Right.
Well, it's like I said, I got to check in and see what she's saying, but it's because I've realized she's just from watching 2 videos, the short ones. I'm like, yo, this lady is off her rocker.
Well, just the last couple of years, I think, gosh, at least 20 have gone because they're in prison.
Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Andy?
Okay, I sent you guys the links to my servers.
Yeah, I see it in the private chat.
Okay, bet. I see it.
Yeah. Pauline's lost about 20
You
members
guys are welcome to click on
to
them.
jail right now. So people are seeing the reactions and end results of Pauline's stuff, and it's not a happy ending.
Well, the thing is, it's like this is what I was getting at. When I started to see people back in 2021, basically 2 years ago now, you are starting to see more and more and more fake indigenous Moors being arrested for the things that they are teaching people. How are you
Right.
guys still stuck on like, oh, this is legit? How?
Well, what's happening now, and young Paris has put out a video saying, "Hey, we're not Moors. Moors are from Northwest Africa."
Yes.
He goes, we are the Aboriginals. We are the indigenous. And I'm going, no, you're not. Stop it. But at least you're not calling yourselves Moors anymore, because
that's still bad.
they see the end result. They can't deny what's actually happening. Lamont's looking at 20 years at least. Jamal and Quinn and those guys, probably a couple decades.
But Jamal, and this what we was discussing. Jamal I don't know if he's out on bail. Like, dude,
he's out on bail.
But it's like you got out and you're still promoting this stuff like you succeeded. Like, dude, no, you.
Yeah, and he's quoting a bill from Missouri that never passed.
Mm.
Hey, can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dane Calloway.
Oh, Jesus.
Read up.
Yeah, if you're listening to us, Dane, listen, you can settle with, your plaintiff there for less than the $7 million if you want to get out of it now.
I don't even know why that dude's even trying. It's like, dude, the gig's up.
I think he's trying to make as much money as possible so he can pay her and go away
and start something else.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It's like you're trying to do that, start something else. It's like you are literally asking for it at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Moors are doing. And Swindle and I were talking in private messages. The Moors are now turning into the Pretendians. And I'm going, oh God.
Yeah. They've always been Pretendians. They've always been that way.
Since what was it, Swindle? What was it, 1970 when they made the Washita in Louisiana?
Yeah, it was something in there.
Yeah.
Then the Yamasee started up here recently.
Right. The Yamasee, it's like, no, but it's like that's literally disrespectful because the Yamasee are one of the tribes that were actually considered extinct. And Dr. York actually used that to his benefit. And that's what we Chada and everybody, we were talking about on New Year's Day. I'm like, how the heck did y'all, the government not spot that this is fake?
Yeah.
That's one of the issues with the BIA in the United States, because they have to, follow all nearly 600 different federally recognized tribes. And like right now, the Lumbee is in the Senate and the House trying to get passed to get recognized, and it's not going to happen.
There's an instance down in New Orleans. I wished I had the post. There's a black mother and daughter who claimed to be Native American, and then the governor of the state recognized them. Then they ended up getting thrown into jail for bogus claims, and come to find out they're pretend Indians.
That's the point. That is the point. You're making these claims without realizing there is a serious consequence behind it once you're discovered. It's called identity theft. That's a serious crime here.
Yeah. And hate speech, if you want to go that far.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Purely.
Speaking of hate speech, what is it, Aboriginal Power or one of Aboriginal TV, one of them don't like to be called Negroes.
Yeah,
but neither
one of them do. Yeah.
They love throwing out the N-word every other word. With the
yeah,
being
that's
rinsed.
another thing. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop cursing so much, and I'm trying to stop using that word anyway,
Yeah,
because it's just not beneficial for us.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. They'll do that, but then they'll contradict themselves, and just everything that they're doing is the same stupid culture. That's what I was talking about in that 2-hour video I made. You're doing the same thing. You just putting the Indian spin on it. It's like, come on, man, stop it. And most of us with common sense on their head are trying to get away from that stereotype.
yep.
Yeah.
I mean, what is their end game? I mean, with the Aboriginal
Money.
the pretend Indians, the Moors, they don't have an end game. It's
It's hit
Money
my cash app up.
yep, money, cash app, fans. Because
That's it.
every time we get on them and debunk them, they always talk about how many subscribers and viewers we have. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah. And
You got too much
meanwhile,
time on your hands, dude.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ab TV's channel gone.
Oh, it's gone?
After we slapped him around on Chada's channel, his channel is gone.
Wow.
Now,
But-
Aboriginal
Bruce.
Power is demonetized, but he's still up.
yeah.
Mm.
And if they don't like you, they come and freaking come at you at force. That's what C. Cannon Bay did with my last channel.
Right.
Because I was going after him hard.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the that attorney's address because this isn't going to happen anymore. And Afro Samurai, you're in the chat. I already told you. You think it's your land? Come on the reservation, please. Try and take it.
Nah, just knock it off.
Hey, can you guys click on my video because I was on a debate?
Oops.
Right now, I can't because, dude, I'm on a phone,
Okay.
so I can't.
Yeah, and I'm just about calling this to an end. I like to
Gotcha.
keep
Let me go get the radio.
I like to keep my
Okay.
videos short nowadays. I don't like to go 3-4 hours anymore.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
it-
because
make sure you
nobody
guys
likes
check
truth.
on my
That's why.
servers.
Yeah. But
Nobody likes
again,
truth.
Make sure you guys-
and here we go. Here's some truth right here. The Royal African Company. Google it. Dane Calloway, if you ever watch this, Google it.
Oh no,
There
he's
was
not
a
going to
slave
Google it.
trade.
Actually, the best of what he's going to do is just like Lotus did to us. He's going to Google everything that I did and then try to twist it, not realizing I'm going to actually research his
Yeah.
sources. Thank you. I'm
Yep.
going to research his sources and find out, oh, wait a minute, you're going to debunk me, talk about, oh, you got yours from Google, but I just actually traced your research and you got it from Google and then tried to twist it like I wasn't going to research it, you
Yeah.
fool.
Yeah. Well, like Swindle
It's like, are you
said,
serious?
yeah, like Swindle said,
You-
what was it? Was it this morning that C. Cannon Bay told you that his great grandfather was an emperor for the Cherokee Nation?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw
okay.
that and I had to post that. What a joke he is.
Yeah,
That's-
there's no such thing.
Yeah.
No, there isn't.
Hey, C.
Because
Cannon
they
Bay.
don't have knowledge of the people who are indigenous here. They don't know. That stuff that we're talking about is stuff that they're basically, like I said, they're blackwashing somebody else's culture, and it's like, dude, that's not your culture.
You see, that's why I did that
Cultures.
video on Phoenix Moon, and I wanted you and Chata to add to it because you all know where that video is too.
The one where you just did it the other day, where you were she was
Andrew-
asking why the Native Americans were so mad.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
whew. I saw that. I was just
Hey,
like, "Are
AJ.
you serious, girl?"
I only used
Hey,
2
AJ.
of those questions that
Okay.
she had. She had more, but I only used 2, and I'm like, I'm done with you. She has no idea.
None. Hey Andy, did you say something?
Yeah, I send you guys. Hey, AJ, can you check out my video and can you make a video on it?
Yeah,
'Cause I was
I'm
on
gonna
a
check.
debate with. Yeah, I was on.
I'm gonna look into it when I get a chance. Actually, I'm almost done my shift. So what I'll do is I'm gonna get this done, and then when I get home, I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna check out what's going down. And so I'm gonna look
Yeah,
at
'cause
both
I
of
was
those
on a debate.
videos.
Yeah, I was on a debate with some fake Indian.
Well, that's why I said, dude, this is embarrassing. But it's like when you look at your like when you make a video debating, and then like Mr. Sean said with his video he made. How you doing, sir?
I'm like, are you guys serious? You're asking why the Native Americans are so mad. I'm like, are you serious? You're not. You're literally wondering why they're mad. You're seriously, like, you're really asking a stupid question.
Claiming something that they don't even know. It's like, yeah, we stopped on the Trail of Tears to plant potatoes for the Irish famine. Are you kidding me?
That doesn't even make sense. From what I've read about the Trail of Tears, that doesn't even make sense to me. And I don't even know much about it but I have done some research. I'm like, where to plant potatoes? What? What are you talking about, girl?
Yeah,
It's like I have questions that I ask the so-called Moors. I mean, it's
Right.
legitimate questions with legitimate answers and stuff like that.
yeah.
And they cannot answer them. I mean, the easiest one I ask is, can you name at least 10 Bay Day Alis and whatever that were here prior to the birth of your prophet? Since you guys said you've been here since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
No, they keep naming somebody that has nothing to do with more science.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And see, the funny thing is if
sorry
Drew
about that.
Ali was alive today, he would deny all
can you
these
just-
people.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Roos.
I mean, Noble Drew Ali would laugh at these idiots and say, "No, that's not what I taught you."
Yeah,
listen. Listen. Anybody here watch wrestling?
I used to.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you remember the 1998 match against Mankind and Undertaker in Hell in a Cell?
Yes.
You remember how you felt from the beginning of the match till the very end? You're just like, oh my God. And it's just something that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen Hell in a Cell in 2019?
No.
There was a disqualification. Tell me, when was there a disqualification in the Hell in a Cell match ever?
Yeah,
Until
that,
2019.
that doesn't work like that. No.
Exactly. Now
Yeah.
put that when people like try to make the you gotta understand this, understand that, dude. I say, dude, your mythology and your ideology is the same thing as when I saw that 2019 Hell in a Cell match between Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. A DQ that happened at the end. It made no sense.
Right.
I got to share something with you there, AJ. I went to a SmackDown taping. We had seats 7 rows back from the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see them talking to each other during the match.
Yes.
It was quite amazing. You can, and they add a lot of sound effects to the.
Yeah, it's a staged combat because it's a show. Because if you do it for real, striking, and me being a expert in combat, they have to carry that show to the next day or the next week, so they can't afford to like really be hurt. But they're actually talking to each other, because even though wrestling is 100%, combat stage, it's not 100%, 99% or 100% safe. Accidents still happen. Like when Big E was thrown out like about a few months ago, over a year ago, we was like, oh, he's hurt bad. No, nobody knew he actually broke his neck and he had to recover for a few months. Like when Stone Cold, the whole rivalry with him and Triple H, he's getting back at Triple H for breaking his neck with a run over. No.
Yeah.
You find out that was staged because of the power driver that he took from Owen Hart, rest in peace, in 1997 when he first won the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
His head was a little bit past Owen's thighs too much, so when he sat, he ended up breaking his neck, and I was like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah,
and
I saw.
It just grew.
Yeah,
so
I saw.
No, go ahead.
I saw. What is it? One of the matches was Prince Albert against the Undertaker, and that's where the talking the most talking you could see. Then I got to see Brock Lesnar come out, Hulk Hogan, and all them.
I went to a live taping show too. It was the last SmackDown before the first ever official draft split. Yep, I remember my Uncle Jerry took me for my birthday. Well, my past uncle. He's no longer married to my aunt, but he took me and my cousin. And we got to saw two shows in one. We got to see the taping of Sunday Night Heat, in the taping of SmackDown.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's basically what we did. Okay, hey, I'm gonna. I've got
PJC put a question in the chat there. I don't know, AJ. You want to take that question?
What's that? Let me see.
He said, "Is Negro a slur now?"
It's always been a slur. Fool, like what the French toast. And the problem is we got used to using it, and we need to stop using it. Honestly.
Yeah, because well, gosh, even before all this color stuff happened.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we weren't always called red man or black man or white man or yellow man. That didn't happen originally.
No, it didn't.
True. Hey, you guys should check out my servers.
Okay, we will. When I was in the Air Force, I had a black friend, country boy, and he hated to be called the N-word. He despised it, and he got in the face with some city boys, and it just like I thought there was going to be a fight, but it just finally backed down. I mean, he didn't like to be called that, and he just like it's a sign of disrespect.
Well, if you want to be honest, this is the thing that shocked me. You would expect a lot of like racism to be like in the South, but honestly, a lot of the further south, I realized even though where it actually a lot of it heavily happened, the further south you go, the more like cool country type of white folks you meet, and a lot of them sometimes be like, "Why are you saying the N-word, dude? Like that's wrong."
Yeah.
And sometimes you look at them like, "Wait, what?" No, it's like they're like, "No, dude, that's wrong. Don't do that." And they're telling me, like not like me, but like they're telling like just in general, like, "Bro, that's a bad word. Don't do that."
Yeah.
And
hey,
it's the South. It's the South. Well,
hey guys,
technically,
thank you all for
Delaware's the
coming
South.
on. It's time to go. I've got some stuff to do. I was planning on doing this earlier, but planning on staying on for at least an hour. But it's been on here for quite a while. So hey, thank you all for coming on and sharing. Hopefully we can do this again.
All right, bro.
Yeah, before you guys go, check out my servers.
Okay, we will. Thanks. Have a good one.
All righty.
You too.